on the last days and nights, they've sent Minister Emmanuel George as a frontline spokesperson to all of the media. And Minister George has been telling what can best be described as a series of untruths regarding the mission process. He said categorically that in the new scheme of things, the highway is not going to be passed through any zone. That is absolutely false and a blatant lie, quite honestly. He said categorically that almost all of the issues that were raised by the route have been addressed in some way or the other. That is also absolutely untrue. He has been saying that the process through which this matter has transpired today, leading up to the homicide by Kublalsingh, has been a transparent one, from the government's perspective. You would remember that in March, the Prime Minister met with the team and agreed for a review of the matter. On June 10, 2012, there was an article carried in the Express newspaper where she confirmed that she was going to carry out a review and a technical assessment of the matter. This assurance was given to the rural movement and the national community in general. It is a matter of public support. In her letter to my mother, which I have the original copy here, last night, she again said to my mother, I did meet with Wayne and took the decision to put on hold a section of the extension of the Solomon Hotel Highway 2014 development until discussions were held and a technical evaluation conducted. The government, via Emmanuel George, and via this letter from Prime Minister to my mother, has been saying that that job has been completed satisfactorily and the matter is out of their hands. The truth is, that matter, the explanation of what has happened in the past is a gross representation. And people of this country have been fooled into thinking by this letter sent to my mother last night that due process is followed. There's a simple way to ask this. Since it was the road movement that raised the awareness of the issues regarding the existing youth proposed by the government, and since it was the road movement that has protested and tried, has been arrested over the many months of protest, how is it that the road movement has not been given a copy of any finished technical report, according to Minister Emmanuel George? How is it that they cannot produce any documents showing that further to a couple of meetings that were held with the road movement after the Prime Minister said that there would be a technical review? How is it they have no new technical people that were brought on, no invoicing, no report that has been submitted to the minister in writing? How is it that you can present nothing that says that anything but a happy show in local lingo has taken place? The Prime Minister's words were that I will hold the construction of the highway until a technical review is done. They are playing foolish with masses. In their minds, they took their people within the same ministry, changed the full line of the document, and said, well, we are pleased with the technical review. And they have been promoting this by a public relations campaign for the last 2 days. It is a foolish and blatant attempt to bamboozle the people of Trinidad and Tobago to believe that this hunger strike, the severity of it, is somewhere to be diminished by the fact that they have accomplished what they set out to do. This strike was called for one thing. Dr. Kublalsingh, day one, has said one thing. The Prime Minister, as the head of government, having stood on a political platform a few couple of years ago, and held on to the hands of Winston Buchanan from the UK, and held on to the hands of the NJAC leader, and held on to the hands of the leader of the MSJ party, and spoke about new politics and governance, is now, after herself resisting the very highway some years ago, has spun it around completely and is blaming the reroute movement on the fact that a proper review has not taken place and is saying that they have in fact accomplished the task. Truth of the matter is, the Prime Minister has broken her promise, the reroute movement, by extension, the society, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And it is a gross injustice to then come and put it in a context and pass the blame on to others. The reroute movement has been very clear on what they want. They have asked the Prime Minister to live up to her promise. And Dr. Wayne Kublalsingh has said, live up to your promise, Prime Minister, and until then, I will go on a hunger strike and I will not eat or drink anything. Whether this is the right course of action or not, whether it is too drastic or not, it is not for you or I to decide, quite frankly. If in the absence of protesting, in the absence of camping out for months, in the absence of being arrested, okay, in the absence of being brutalized, if all of these things have been done, if you've written and written and written, and the Prime Minister herself has given her word, how else do you stop tractors which are currently, as we speak, driving through people's property on the set areas without permission of even the landowners or without any compensation for such? How do you stop it? And this is the stance that Dr. Wayne Kublalsingh has taken. It is not up to me as a brother to judge whether that is too drastic or not. If you look at the history of change in the world and you understand the evolution of the South African society under Nelson Mandela, when times were difficult and